much bigger square now.
Yes, you are in a much bigger square now.
So you're on.
All right, my friends. So today we're going to start our first lesson of EL. EL, if you remember if you are from our school, you know, stands for expeditionary learning. So expeditionary learning is, will you turn up just a tiny bit on the side, it's on the outside, closer to the other one. Let's turn up the volume just a tiny bit if you don't mind. So today we're going to do we're first leg of our learning expeditions for expeditionary learning. And so our learning target for today is we actually have two of them. One of them we're going to discuss and record what we notice and what we wonder about our resources. So we are going to be doing lots, thank you, Mrs. Becca. We're going to be doing lots of work. And so today we're going to sort of do some what we call inferring. So our second learning target is I can infer the topic of this module from the resources. Resources is just a big word for the books we're going to use to learn from. That's what we're going to really use. Okay? So what does it mean when you notice something? What does it mean when you notice something? And friends at home, you can type it in the chat if you want.
Is that okay
What do you
if I
think
show
it
it?
means when you notice something? What does it mean when you notice something? Anybody can raise their hand if you notice? Abby, what does it mean to notice something?
Notice means like you know something. Pretty much.
Okay. Give it a shot, my friend, Abby.
You notice something on the wall.
Okay, and so what are you using when you notice something? You use your sight, right? You see something. So to notice means to become aware or to see something. Okay?
And Logan Peters said figuring out something.
Yes, okay. Figure it out. Very good. What does it mean to this is gonna be fun. To wonder. What does it mean to wonder? Abby, what does it mean to wonder? Yeah, Abby.
It means like I wonder how many people there be when everybody's in the class.
Okay, so it's like a question, isn't it? Kind of like it's a question. It means to be curious or want to know more. Ask about something for sure. Anybody at home have any ideas about?
Robert Westward can't hear us.
Okay, let me see if I.
It sounds like everyone else can though. So
Try turning up his
yeah, let me see.
sound maybe. All right. So we know that when we notice something, we see something, and we wonder about something. And you want to turn around my phone, you have to speak for it. I know it's hard. I get it. So when we wonder something, it means we have a question about something. We're thinking we want to notice, we want an answer to something. All right. Does anybody have the idea what it means to infer? Because you should, because last week we had a lesson,
Two,
two lessons about
three.
Carl and inferring. Remember that word, inferring?
And you inferred about your back to school kit.
Oh, yes.
Yep, you had to infer what the object symbolized.
I think it means to make sure something's there.
To make sure something's there. Okay, so it says, I can infer the topic of this module from the resources. So, okay, make sure something's there. So infer, hello.
Hi.
Just checking this out. So infer, remember what you were doing from the Carl book last week? What were you doing? You were looking at the pictures, and what were you doing? When you were looking at those pictures, Mrs. Ogden wasn't telling you the story.
There were no words
There
in
were
the
no
book.
words. So what were you doing when you were inferring? Ellie. What the story could mean by looking. So that was our noticing, right? August, what else? You were guessing, you were kind of guessing what was happening from what?
What was gonna happen next?
You were trying to think what was going to happen next, what might be happening based on what you could see, right? And when we can see something, it's called evidence. have something that we call evidence. Right? You are thinking ahead, right? You're trying to figure out what might happen next based on what you saw, right, with the pictures. You guessed what's going on, and then you looked at what might happen next. So we are going to do some wondering, some noticing, and some inferring today. So I'm going to go to the next one. All right. Oh, there's my notice. So to notice is active seeing or observing. Wonder, I have my hand, I had two forms because that's something on my board. Wondering is questioning, wanting to know more about something. And here's our inferring. To find out by reasoning, to arrive at a conclusion by clues or hints or evidence. All right, so we're going to look at some quotes today. Does anybody know what a quote is? Anybody know what a quote is? Abby?
The quote is like a miniature word.
Good idea. All right, Miss Sunny, help us out. An answer? Okay, not quite, but this is an example of a quote. I'm going to read it. A person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new, by Albert Einstein. So if that is a quote, what does a quote mean? Oh, I see. Logan Peterson, it's like a title. Robert Westwood's, some of the words, that's trying to be clear. Finn, what do you think a quote is?
Shoot, it's because I'm trying to type. Sorry. I'll go back.
It's explaining something. Okay. Oh, we're learning it. We're learning it. Oh, yeah. Go back a slide. So, it's to repeat something someone has said or written. So Albert Einstein said that, and somebody wanted to quote him. Say it again. All right. And so, because it was a kind of a cool idea that he had, for sure. So a quote. We're going to read some quotes today as well. All right. So we are going to have you go ahead and open your workbook. So my friends at home, you're going to open your workbook to actually, my friends at home are going to look at this page, and you're going to do something with this when we're done here. My friends here are going to actually open their workbook to page 2, but you guys are going to use this presentation to type in your words with a text box. Okay, so when we had, last week, we had some Google Slides that you had to type in for math. Today, you're going to type into this particular page with your computer. All right, Mrs. Aubin, you might have to field some questions from that. I'm trying to get on. No worries. All right, so my friends who are in the room are seeing this page, and you have it in your book. So Josh, coming over to page 2. Did Josh Paxton color here? Page 2, and it's the blue book with the bird on the front. It's your EL workbook. Yep, that one right there. Thank you, Miss Abby. So if you're at home, don't worry about doing what we're doing right this minute, but you're going to do some of it. You might take out your work. Actually, but this is a great idea. Go ahead and take out your EL spiral or spiral that we already wrote some questions down in. That same notebook that we wrote our questions down in. Go ahead and jot some things down here, and then you can share it with us on the screen when you guys are done with us. All right, so you'll notice it says, what do you think you'll be learning about in this module? And it says, I notice, and it says, I wonder. So notice are things I see, right? Wonder are questions, things I wonder, things I am not sure about, okay? So let's look at the first picture. So look at this picture. I know it's not perfect, what I got. So look at the picture as best as you can and see if you can figure out write some things down about what you notice. What do you notice about this picture? I'm going to give everybody a little time to work on their own, and then we'll share some ideas out. What do you notice? off that picture. Sorry, I can't make it any bigger than it already is. What do you notice? What do you see? Yep, you write it right in there. Good job, Josh. Write it right in there. Good job, Lucas. You already got something down. All right. Can I share what you wrote? Okay, so Elena, you share. What did you write down?
I noticed that there's a fairy.
She noticed that there's a fairy. Very good. What else might somebody notice? Write down. Yes, ma'am.
I noticed there's a lot.
Say it again.
I noticed there's a lot of creatures.
You noticed there's a lot of creatures. Love it. Paxton, what else?
There's two gardens on the corner on the I think it's the field.
Here.
I think it's
Come show me. Come show me. I'm not looking at
right next to the tree.
What am I missing? Oh, right here? Gotcha. Awesome. All right. Ellie, what did you notice? There are two kids. What does it look like they're doing? Reading. How did you know that? Did you just infer? Yes, you just inferred that they're reading those books, not eating them for lunch, right? You used your knowledge, your schema of what kids with books in front of them are doing. They're reading, right? August, what else do you notice? There is a monkey right here, right? Okay, so now, what do you wonder? What do you wonder?
What do you guys
What? That didn't work. Well, it worked really well, actually. It was big.
It was like your own Alexa.
I know, we're trying to figure it out, friends. We're just trying to figure it out. You know, you can also do Mrs. Oven if you want to go in the other room. I mean, and then just, I don't know. I mean, and then you can just share your voice. Yeah. I mean, try that. Let's try. We're trying to figure out how to.
Is it echoing?
It
You
is.
have to be like muted and on silent.
Right, but that's hard to do when you're.
Well, you should be able to not have to be on silent. I want to talk to one at home.
Yeah, we're trying to do the. All right. Okay. Who has a wonder? Who has a wonder? Tell me.
I wonder, is it very magical?
Is there something magical going on? All right. What else? Noah.
I wonder why there's a donkey.
Why is there a donkey there? Excellent. Abby.
I mean, it's not a wonder, it's a notice.
Okay.
I noticed a vine.
A vine. Yeah, there's a vine going up on the side, right? Haley, what did you notice for a wonder?
I noticed that the tree was like there's a weird black branch, or like maybe that's another plant, but it's like growing upward.
Right, it's pretty tall, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Do you wonder about why it's so tall? That's what I wonder. Now, Max.
I wonder what they're reading.
What they're reading? What the book
I
is?
can't hear at all.
It's you. We're gonna be starting with outer space, it sounds like. All right. Yes, we are recording, so we were supposed to be recording. All right. So did everybody write down one wonder? Yeah, one wonder. So a wonder. Wonder. Everybody write down. We actually have one wonder and one notice. They're doing it. They're doing it. So that's give them a big thumbs up to Mrs. Harris. I'm just chatting with them. Good. So, but they're okay? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna give you another picture, but you can still continue to write. Here's another one. You're in the back, and you gotta use your eagle eyes. Okay, what do you notice and what do you wonder? Another one. Another notice and another wonder. Notice and a wonder. What do you notice? And something you wonder. Start us out, Ryder.
I noticed there are planets.
They're up here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see some planets. Are you the names? Sorry, Lucas? Anyone? Lucas, sorry. I'm sure. A field out behind? That's behind. So it looks like behind there's a bit of a field. All right. What else? Ellie. Why are there different paint? So you think these are paintings of different places around the world? Why are they there? Madison. There's a girl. Very good. Nixon.
I noticed that she's on boat.
You think she's on a boat? Because you see some ocean back there? Okay. What do you notice?
I noticed that whale.
You see a whale out there. And there's also a desert.
Yes, so that's not a window. It's
That's, yes, so it's, I think the idea of it not being a window, but being paintings is really a good idea. So you're inferring from what you're seeing as right now, even though you know we're noticing and wondering, you are inferring as well. All right, Sawyer. What does she have? She has a book, and you're assuming that she's reading it, right? If you have a book open, you're inferring that she's doing some reading. Elena. I wonder why she is or is not looking at the well. She seems to be doing both, right? Her eyes seem to be coming this way, but she's got a book as well. So I would wonder maybe is she reading about what she's seeing? You're doing, look at all these hands, Mrs. Robin. I'm amazed and bewildered. I love it.
using their schema and the clues.
And they're inferring.
They're questioning too, which is
I
part of
know.
their learning target.
You guys were listening last week, weren't you?
Yeah.
You were listening last week. Okay, so who has some questions about this? Who has some questions? All right. Angela, what question do you have about this? I wonder where she's going. Okay, or where she is right now. Yeah, totally. Excellent question. Haley.
I wonder what her name is.
I wonder what her name is. Awesome. All right, I'm trying to make sure I get a little bit of everybody. August.
I wonder if the paintings are real.
Ah, what is there?
Real, like.
Of real places?
Like real something that has happened.
Oh.
Like they saw a whale or that went over New York.
Ah, so are they historical real things that happened?
Yeah.
Excellent. Bird.
I wonder why there's only a sun in that one and not in any of those ones.
Oh, right. Okay, so the sun. Gotcha. Excellent. Another question. Gabe. I wonder why there's paintings. Excellent question. Abby. Okay. Ah, so you're guessing where that painting is happening. You're inferring from what you see in the building. Nice. So you guys are writing down your questions from questioning. You're getting really good at this, and you're looking at what you're seeing, and you're making some inferences about what you're seeing for sure. Excellent. Okay, does everybody have at least one notice and one wonder for this one right here? If you don't, go ahead and add one to it. Noah, do you have a wonder?
Yeah.
Please, share it.
I wonder what book it is.
You wonder what she's reading, what book she's reading. Excellent. Ryder.
I wonder why there's a sticky note.
I wonder why there's a sticky note over here. Nice. Excellent. You got good eyesight, man. Good eyesight. Max.
I wonder if you painted the pictures.
Say it again.
You painted the
Oh, if she painted the pictures. Got it. All right, Paxton.
I wonder why there's a bush growing inside.
A bush growing inside.
And the picture. Where?
I'm not sure. Are you seeing this one here? Show me. Oh, that's her. That's okay. Then Kevin's got a weird angle going on the corner there. That's part of her, that's what she's wearing. That's what she's wearing over her head.
That is weird.
Allie, where was she born? Oh, very good, because she is wearing some slightly different clothing than we wear, right? So that might, you inferred that maybe she's from somewhere else, possibly. Nice job, Elena.
I wonder if she went to all the places.
You wonder if she went to all of them. Yeah, you're doing great. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Are you ready? Did everybody have at least one notice and one wonder? Okay, people at home, one notice for each and wonder. All right, here we go. This one's a better, nice bigger picture. Okay, one notice, one wonder. One notice and one wonder. Okay, my friends at home. Hopefully you're getting an idea. So we're inferring what we think this module of EL is going to be about. So you're trying to collect clues. Yep, just go ahead and put your, do you have your blocks ready? Perfect. Oh, all right. Got lots of good ideas already. Excellent. I'm gonna give about 30 more seconds for people to get their own ideas before we start sharing. What do you notice? What are you seeing with your eyes? And wonder is that questioning mind that we know is a good driver strategy, right? Good driver strategy. All right. Look at all those hands. Excellent. Survey.
Is she teaching them?
Ah, okay. Is this, say that's a wonder. Is that a teacher of some sort? All right. Oh, nice. Abby.
I noticed there's a lot of people, and
Right.
most of them are kids.
Okay. So in this picture, there's more people, aren't there? So, and they seem to be children. All right. Good. Good. What do you notice?
I have a question.
Say one more time.
I have a wonder.
You have a wonder. Yeah. Tell me about your wonder.
No, I wonder if she's like the same as driving and then one of them is beside me.
Oh, like get her autograph?
Yeah.
You wonder if she's famous? Okay. There's a lot, because they seem very excited, don't they? Okay, got it, Madison.
I noticed there's a lot of children.
You notice that there's a lot of children compared to those other pictures especially, right? Yeah, good, Lucas.
I noticed a group of children.
You noticed a group of children. Excellent, Paxton.
I noticed up in the corner there's a bunch of bananas. Oh yeah. Like up in the left corner.
Up here?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. Good notice, good eyes. All right. Sawyer. There are four books that they're holding. Nice. Good, very good detail in that noticing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very 4 books in there. Very nice detail. Excellent. So when we're noticing things and we're inferring, we're looking for those details, those clues, those hints. Hopefully your brain is forming some ideas about what is this all, what are we going to learn about this in this first module? Okay. You wonder what they're doing right now? Excellent wonder, Haley.
I wonder if she's a librarian.
Ah, you wonder what, and why do you ask that question? What
Because
do you
there's because people are gathering around her with a bunch of books.
Okay, so
She has
maybe,
a book on her head.
gotcha. Well, I think again, some clothing that she's wearing. I think it's a type of head covering that she's wearing there, but they do have, they're surrounding her with books, and I'm wondering if she's a librarian. Abby?
I wonder if, like, you know how people in concerts, they jump on the crowd and yeah, that's what I think.
Crowd surfing, you think they're gonna carry her around? Okay, interesting idea.
Because she's going like this.
Ah, she does have her hands in the air, so again, good noticing for sure. Nixon, what do you think?
I noticed they live somewhere else.
And you, how do you know that they live? What give you the clues that they live somewhere else?
They don't have the same people and just have that, like, you know that.
Okay, so they're wearing some head coverings that are a little bit different for us, and some clothes that look a little bit different from ours. Okay, so that's, you used some noticing and some inferring in that together, didn't you? To come up with your wonder. Like, where do they go? Excellent, Max.
I noticed all the 4 books are different colors.
All 4 books. Oh, that's a good detail. So they must be different in some fashion. Excellent. Noah?
I noticed that all of them are black.
Okay, so they're dark skinned, aren't they? Yep, they are all of them are from, that same kind of maybe place that we would wonder maybe where they are. For sure. Well, we might as well find out later, for sure. All right, Ryder, what do you think?
I wonder if it's like a book club or some sort, and the difference is like when describe the books, something like that.
Ah, book club. Very nice. Okay, I will see it.
What is in your book?
What are in those books? What are they reading again? We get that question a lot, aren't we? Bird.
Why is this cat the only one blonde? What's that?
Okay, well, good question. Yeah, some kids had some inferences about what they thought that was. I do believe that is a hat that he's wearing a head cover, but good. But you're noticing, that's good noticing for sure. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next one. Does everybody have one notice and one wonder for that one? Okay, here we go. I'm moving through because we have a couple more things to see. What do you notice about this picture? This is the cover of one of our books that we're going to read. Give you that much of a hint. What do you notice and what do you wonder? At home, what do you see there? It says Nazarene Secret School at the top. Nazarene's Secret School. A true story from Afghanistan. But you're mostly focusing on the picture. Yes, Mrs. Robin.
Can you ask the kids at home to write something in the chat box?
Yes, if you are at home and you have a notice, please write that and type that in the chat box so Mrs. Aubin can see it. Please do that for me. If you have a notice or if you have a wonder, and then we'll add it to our discussion. Oh, got some eager beavers here. All right. Just noticing sometimes take a little time. Yeah, it does sometimes to really take it all in and figure out what you're seeing. Yeah, thank you. All right. So we're going to go into some quotes here. So I'm going to take 2 people's noticing and 2 people's wonders. Okay. All right. Yes, Mrs. Robin.
Jensen, if you can repeat this.
Yep.
Wondered why they are outside, and Logan Peters noticed the people in the book are creepy.
Okay, so Jensen noticed that they're outside and wondered why they might be outside. And the second one again, Mrs. Paul?
Logan Peters
Logan.
noticed the people in the book are creepy.
Logan notices the people are 3D. Well, because they're standing on the book there. They should have left out of the book, haven't they? All right, I need 2 more.
He said 2D.
Oh, 2D. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let's see, Madison. There are people, yeah, inside the book there. Awesome. You didn't notice? And who has a wonder for me? Another wonder. August.
Why is she hogging the book?
Why is she hogging the book?
She's like holding it like close to her, so no one else like can see it.
Oh, you think she's sort of hiding it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And why would she be doing that? Excellent. Okay, does everybody, right now, I hopefully you wrote it. I know I'm not going to be able to get out the hands, but does everybody have one written down, a notice and a wonder? Awesome, Mr. Ryder. Can I give you a thumbs up if you have both a notice and a wonder? Notice and a wonder. All right, bless you. All right, I'm going to move on to what, actually, well, we can just do this one real quick. This one's called My Librarian is a Camel. How books are brought to children around the world. And look at that picture. What do you see in that picture? You see a camel. And what, is that a wonder? I wonder if the camels are bringing them books?
have another paper.
Right. Oh, yeah, you're gonna have to put it in there. I know, first. That's great. Turning.
What am I
I'm going a little fast. It's all right. The idea is that we're gonna select them all, okay? So no worries. No worries at all. Ryder, what do you notice?
I noticed like a library or a house.
So where, over here?
Yeah.
Okay, there's some sort of structure here. Very good. Anything else? Ben?
I noticed that one sometimes looks like he's a bit sad.
This guy here, huh?
Uh-huh.
He looks a little sad. I don't, yeah, so you could wonder why he's not happy. For sure.
Okay.
All right, maybe the book made him sad. Paxton,
Actually, I wonder why there's only one camel.
why there's one cow?
And there's one that a kid is on.
And the kid here, I was gonna say, it seems to be that maybe, it's kind of hard to tell if he's on the camel, but it kind of looks like that, doesn't it? Doesn't it, possibly? All right, okay, so if you have an idea, jot it down. I'm gonna move on to the, I know some of you are running out of room. All right, here is a quote. See if this gives you any more ideas to infer with. If you don't have any more room, if you have room, go ahead and jot some ideas down. If you're running out of room, then you might just have to think in your head. All right, the boys take their young friend, Liza, for a ride on their sled as they walk to the post office to pick up their books. While the northern wind howls across the tundra, they read fantasy and action novels. This is what, this section was called Canada, and it came from my librarian is a camel. So this noticing is a little different, isn't it? This noticing isn't pictures, but there are words there that could give you a clue. What interesting words do you see in what you notice word-wise? Ryder? Ryder?
I noticed that they have to go to the office, the post office.
Post office to pick up their books. Is that interesting? Does that make you wonder something? Madison, what does that make you wonder? Okay, so what does that have to do with the camels, perhaps? Like, or different way to get their books, right? That is interesting. Any other words that just purely pop out at you and make you really think? Abby? Action novels?
Yeah.
What kind of books they're reading? All right. Okay. So are you starting to form some ideas in your head? All right. One more quote, real quick. The country has 7 floating libraries. The Kalimantan floating library consists of a wooden boat, 8 meters long and 3 meters wide. The boat, which is powered by a diesel engine, can carry up to 500 books. Oh my goodness, says Bird. That's a lot of books?
What's a diesel?
Wow. Gotcha. Got it. What else have you noticed that's interesting? Anybody at home notice anything? Any words that pop out at you? Our home friends?
Tundra from Logan Peters.
Tundra. What is that? An interesting word, right? Tundra. What do you notice, Ellie?
I noticed that somebody can carry
500 books. That sounds like a lot, doesn't it, for a boat to be able to carry? Awesome. All right. So getting all your ideas together, what do you think this might be about? What do you think out of all these books we're going to read and all of these pictures and quotes? What do you think, Gabe? What do you think we're going to learn about? History? Okay, what gave you that idea? Looking back at stuff. Okay, so we saw lots of different places and that kind of thing. What else do you think we might be learning about? August.
wondering and noticing.
Wondering and noticing. We're probably going to do a lot of wondering and noticing. But what did you think about all those pictures? What do they have in common? But we're inferring, right? We're putting our clues together. You guys are like detectives. Inferring is like being a detective. You're putting your clues together. Max, what do you think?
All the pictures have books.
All the pictures and quotes talked about what? Books. Good job, Mr. Max. Good detective work, Paxton. What else?
They all have people.
They all had people, okay, and most of them were what? Were they people like Mrs. Auburn and I, or were they people like you, most of the pictures? What's different about you? What kind of kids, right? Okay, so kids? Kids getting books? All right, so Renee, what else? Okay, we're gonna learn about books, okay. All right, well, I'm gonna tell you about our 2 guiding questions that we are going to be doing some work with. It says, we're gonna be thinking about these through everything we learn for the next several weeks. Why are education, books, and reading important? And how can I overcome my own challenges? We're gonna answer those 2 questions as we're going. All right, and I wonder what happened. Oh, we're going to talk about overcoming a little bit more tomorrow, but it's dealing with our problems or difficulties. All right, so I'm going to stop there, Mrs. Aubin. So great job today, my friends. My friends who are at home are going to get those typed into our page view, hopefully. And we are going to wrap it up, my friends. You want me to? Okay. All right. So excellent first job, my friends. Tomorrow we're going to dive deeper into this topic. So if you are Mrs. Aubin's friend,